Hello, 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 everyone. And welcome to another live stream. Welcome, one and all. Thank you guys for stopping by so early as we are just getting started here. Tonight we're going to be going through a quick little stream here. And going to enjoy some super auto pets. This time we'll be doing versus mode, the mode that I know you guys have been asking me to jump onto, because that's the mode where you guys could most reliably jump in and try to 1v1 me, bro, as it is. So without further ado, make sure to hit that follow button, make sure to hit that like button, or even subscribe, and let's jump right into the first matches of today. Hello there, hello one and all, how are you guys today? Happy New Year to everyone. Hello Crag, hello Cheese Sticks and Merlin. And everyone in chat, welcome, welcome. Alright, where's my button? Here we go. There we are, nice. I'm going to join public off first, so we'll wait till we get till everyone rolls in before we actually start attempting to curate any of these matches, any of these lobbies. When was the new update? A few days ago. There was an update and then a hotfix, and they've got a lot of things going around. They have stats now. Stats are cool. We can check out the stats. I haven't really played much since the update, so I don't have many stats to show off. There's replays, so you can watch previous matches, as well as a match history. Which is really rather nice. What is this game about? This is an auto battler. The likes of Dota Underlords. What is it? The League of Legends one as well. That kind of game. Alrighty, have a good one, Crag. I've already been practicing a bit for the upcoming tournament. For those who haven't followed, there is a Direct Strike Commanders tournament coming up soon, in which I'll be participating. So I'm very excited about that. Hello there, Date. Welcome. And Travis. Let's go, shall we?
Everything is on fire!
Everything is always on fire.
Baby, get in here. Get him.
How am I? I'm actually kind of tired. I may have accidentally stayed up all night playing Inscription. So, yeah. Quite the catchy game it is. You sold your soul to get a level 3B. Oh no. Can you join next match? That is the idea. Hoping to get more than just, one or two persons in, because otherwise it's just one-on-one the game, which is not terribly exciting. But yes, I do intend on having you guys join in. Because that's where the fun is. I like Inscription. I'm not sure. Like it is genuinely a pretty alright game. It's not what I expected. I went into it not expecting to get. I went into it expecting it to be unexpectable, and I was still surprised. I kept going through the experience of, let's just do one more run so I can finish the game and just, have, it's like, it's a 4-hour game. Nice. 6, 7, 8, 9 hours later. Still trying to finish off the game, and it still keeps going. That was my experience. Alright, let's do this. And we hang on to this. It's actually a tough choice. Let's do this then. Roll once more. Okay. Let's go. Alright, you have a good one, Nate. Good luck out there. Big ant. I'm not a big fan of big ant, but it seems to be the high percentage play in this context. This is going to be a fairly common experience, by the way, me waiting 50 seconds for the other players in the round to finish their turns. So always feel free to chat. What is Super Auto Pets? Super Auto Pets is an auto battler, a la Dota Underlords, as well as some other games like what's this? The Teamfight Tactics, the League of Legends one. Okay, and Bison. Ooh. Do I pick up Bison? I think we sell off Otter, pick up Bison, upgrade Swan, and just leave that be for now. Do I start buffing Bison? Or yeah, we'll start buffing Bison. Like so. Okay. A bit closer to Hearthstone Battlegrounds. I've not played nor looked into Hearthstone Battlegrounds. It does have the typical card game deck, like a card game battler kind of mechanic. So hello there, why you like this?
Grabsma playing cards poker? Also, Incursus, in a SC2 tourney? I'll clear my schedule.
I know, right? I'm excited. It's good fun. I was practicing with my teammates earlier today. Gonna be doing a lot of that off cam. It's nice. It feels weird having reliable teammates. Like, I'm so accustomed to playing differently. Because the way you play with a team is very different from how you play without a team. You can actually do strategies like, oh, I'm gonna build siege tanks and let my teammates tank for me. And, like, have the army in front. Whereas you can't do that when you're playing like, oh, it's a 3v3, but I don't have competent teammates, so I have to do everything myself. Very, very different experience. Hardest part about watching this game is not being able to read all the abilities. Yeah, I don't know a good solution to that other than just ask and I'll happily explain. Why is the tea always gone? Because I keep drinking it.
Who.team? Anyone we know?
Players that have been in the community. I don't think anyone... They're not the usual stream snipers, if that's what you're asking. They're usually in chat, just watching. You tried using the extra DLC creatures and they feel weak by comparison to the standard creatures? I've heard that a lot, and I don't have the DLC, so I can't say I've tried it. From what I've seen, I think it is more reliant on synergies, but if you get those synergies, then it feels like it outscales I'm going to say vanilla pack a little bit faster. That's just my anecdotal feelings, though. The game is free. This is true. This game is free and available on mobile. You can simply download and play on your phone if you so please. I don't even want to pick up another giraffe. We're going to hard roll here, I think. If I can get one more ant, that would be awesome. Why is the bull garlicky? So that is the bison, and every creature here, every pet, every friend, can hold one item. In this case, the item being held is garlic. Garlic provides +2 armor to the creature holding it, which is just a flat damage reduction. So if it were to take 3 damage, instead, the armor would reduce that to 1 damage. You just don't want to interrupt. I promise you, there's nothing intensive enough about this game to require full attention. Worm is so OP, why don't I use it? Worm is pretty good. Requires kind of specific synergies to go with it. And it's a little inconsistent with those. So I need... I mean, I guess this is nice, but... Come on. No. Okay, well... Cow. This is fine too, I guess. Is this worth doing cow shenanigans right now? It's worth hanging on to, at least. Rabbit, seal, worm? Yes, those are quite good. Statistically, I'm pretty certain worm comes in at sub-average, which is pretty much the definition of not OP, but it does have scaling, so it isn't terrible. It just requires synergies that are kind of difficult to get. It's like one of the things, so seal is a tier 5 creature. So if you get worm, it's nice, but you have to have worm and rabbit in order to make it scale faster. Rabbit is tier 3 and doesn't really help anything outside of worm. So it's like you gotta pick up a tier 3 creature and then hope you pick up a tier 4 creature with it and then start scaling the tier 4 creature, and then you've invested everything into this tier 4 creature, and if you don't get a seal in rapidly upon getting tier 5, you've lost. It's like something you have to force, and then if you don't get lucky, it's done. You go with worm if you have nothing? Yeah, pretty much. Alright. Big bison. Alright, fine. Come on. Just one. Okay, here we go. This will give us a tier 3 for this. And I think I don't really want... I think I don't want an upgraded bison at this. You know what? We're gonna get an upgraded bison. Penguin. Is it immediate pickup? And swan. Okay. Don't even need ants. Oh, that's great. Does everyone in the round get the same seed? No. It is unique and random to each individual player. No one said it was easy. I mean, it's like saying, okay, a royal flush is overpowered. Sure. But if you're playing poker and you're trying to force a royal flush every time, and you're going to win 1 out of a million times, that doesn't make it a good strategy or, you know, worth trying to do. this, we definitely want to boost Penguin here. And we scale. If I can find a monkey, then we just pretty much win the lobby. Kill the ants. Why? Just crushing everyone. Yes, yes I am. Didn't even have particularly good RNG to start with. One thing I've noticed is that versus mode is far, far easier. What really is a real flush other than an ace high straight flush? Oh, jeez. What am I trying with the penguin? I was trying to get a big penguin. Trying to give it an extra fancy suit. A penguin gives level 2 and level 3 pets, plus 1/1 every turn. Yes, that is correct. So it's a strategy level 3 and buff. You're trying to see what your synergy is. You see Bison, Tank, and Swan for money. Yeah, so I didn't really have a strategy with this one because I wasn't really given any decent synergies. I didn't get a good set with, like, say, Kangaroo, for example. So I'm just forcing the issue. And the issue I'm forcing is as many stats as possible because that's the closest to what I was given. I got an early Giraffe, so, like, that's all I really get. If I could fly for the penguin. I'm between leopard and skunk here. What are my opponents doing? Nothing. Food. He's doing buffs, so I can negate some of those buffs with squirrels. So I could sell this. Squirrel my way up. Bison. I don't want more bison. More penguin, however. Alright, fine. I'll get more bison. You're just gonna force this to me. This is basically a TFT, but with animals. Kinda, sorta, yeah. Like, the strategy for this was I was given an early Giraffe, and that's all I was given. So we're running with that, and I didn't even do the bison synergy to start with. I just got an early Giraffe, fed the bison, despite not having a tier 3, and here we are. Alright, so Tiger. I think this isn't worth selling that. But I do want Tiger, and I want to replace Ant or Swan with it. Either way, we upgrade you. How many rounds are left? 1, 2, 3, 4. At most 4 rounds barring draws, which is... Okay, so that's really going to get us scaling very quickly. I think I'm not going to be able to do the tiger here. Could have sold the penguin for the giraffe. I mean, yes, I could have sold the penguin. I sold the cow instead of the giraffe. But giraffe is kind of bad. Wasn't particularly keen on keeping it around. Yeah, okay, so both of my opponents lost lives there. And this one's on their last life, this guy has 2 left, so I'm not keen to switch this out. As nice as it is to have Tiger, I don't have anything else I need to get out of this, so that's okay. At this point I'm really looking for items to buff my dudes, maybe some good, decent foods. This will grow by 8, which will max stats, so I could just buff, I don't know, you temporarily. So we're up to a 50-50. Definitely winning this. Yeah. This is a subpar lineup for the average set of possible options, but it is a sufficient to defeat this set of opponents. And with that, we're down to one hostile player remaining. Monkey, but the guy only has 2 lives, so we're gonna skip on that. Honey and last pet is excellent. Yeah. Why don't I stream on Twitch? Surprise! Only one player, only last player remaining. So our opponent has gone for a food build. He's got cat, a seal, and so he's buffing everything with food. The problem is, I am now getting a grand total of, what is that? 1, 2, that's gonna be 9 per turn, which is kind of a lot, and something that he's not gonna be able to keep up with. I just scale faster than he does. Done. Bye. That's a victory. 50-50 is the cap? Yes, you cannot get larger than 50-50. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create private here, give you guys an opportunity to join. We'll do Incursus is the name. Player count. Custom rules are off, so just set max player count to 10. If you guys want to come join, you guys can. If we don't get a full-ish lobby, then I'll go back to public. I suspect we're not going to get a foolish lobby, but you know. This is what I would prefer. This is actually... Okay, well, I think we're there. Surprise! I'm surprised. Okay, let's go. Here are the huge oh, the submissive mouths, though. Huge mouths. Could you explain how this game mode works? You can see your competition where usually you only see your round. This is versus mode. This is more akin to your standard auto battler, a la everything else. Every other auto battler game, where we have 10 players in the match, and we do a round robin combat. Okay, this is going to be one-sided or not. It's a draw. Do not underestimate the desire to show off the internet. That's true. We do have not many viewers on tonight, so I was kind of shocked to see so much activity, but you're correct. I did underestimate. Have you ever tried War Thunder? Yes, I used to play a lot of War Thunder. That was a long time ago now, though. Alrighty, have a good one, Nate. When I say a long time ago, I mean I completed the tech tree and then they added jets. And I never actually got a jet, because despite completing the tech tree for the German side, they added it in a way that was meant to be prohibitive, such that players who did not buy the jet would not get the jet. And that's just how that was. you can play people with the other pack. I have it set such that you can. You have to go into your settings and manually set that. Typically, you cannot. Dodo low. So for the time being, people with the other pack can join, yes. Picky, no. Badger's gonna be a deciding factor. Usually is, yes. In versus, you can always play versus other packs? That sounds like something I don't want to repeat on the internet. And you... Oh, hello there, Dark King. I'm glad you enjoy. Better honey that badger, always. Unless I'm giving it a 1-up. Hope to battle. Well, we just started this match, so it'll be a little while before I get onto a new lobby, as it were. Am I gonna have to worm? I don't want to have to worm, but I'll pick it up. Okay, this is actually quite nice. Oh, you're in the lobby? Oh, well, there you go. I actually haven't looked to see who's made it in. Lactose intolerance, loose bowels, Lakota, Ace. Hey, there you are. Finfy, Justo, Anonymous, Anonymous Act, which is not anonymous, and Freaky 07. If you got the change packs before joining, you are welcome to select whichever pack that you desire most. You know what I'm in the mood for? I'm in the mood for Minecraft and Among Us. That's what I'm in the mood for. Where is Bean? He's hiding. I actually haven't seen him since, or at least he hasn't really been around since the start of the holiday season. I assume he's hanging out with his family, which is quite nice. Spend time with your family. They are important. Alright, so this stays for one more round. This goes here. Ooh, I do not want to get rid of any of these. Yeah, we're just not going to do that. This goes here. And... alright. So one more loss, and we risk it for the biscuit. More lizards. You're kind of mad at the severe lack of lizards. It's okay. We always have lizards around here. What was it actually? Yesterday, the yesterday morning, I just went outside my front door, and I don't have a whole lot of wildlife in the front of my apartment complex. I have a lot of wildlife behind the apartment complex because the front is basically a communal parking space communal parking space that is joining several parking lots together. And behind is a river, so that's where all the critters live. But for some reason, front yard today, I opened my door, stepped out front, and there was an iguana just right outside my front door. He wasn't a large iguana, it was like a teenage iguana. And, oh boy, he panicked. He panicked super hard. I kid you not, this poor sucker. He, just straight up started running in circles. Like he didn't know where to go, trying to hide behind a bush that was half his size and realized he couldn't hide behind it. Tried to run around more circles, ended up skidding, like drifting his tail around a pillar. Realized he's too big to hide behind the pillar. That just kept running out back and forth in front of me before he finally just hightailed it off a direct. Yeah, I was sitting there trying not to laugh like a crazy person as this poor iguana was having a panic attack trying to hide. It's great. Oh my god. It's like it wasn't quite a meter long. I think like a giant lizard, almost a meter long, just having a panic attack, chasing its own tail, running in circles, trying to figure out where to go. I was laughing so hard. Lizards are foreign to you. Thanks, Alaska. Oh, jeez. Torturing an animal. The only thing I did is open my front door. That's it. I did nothing wrong. Have you seen the lizard that can cut off their own tail? A great many of them can do that. And yes, I have seen many that have done that, or can do that at least. Alright, looks like worm is not happening. We haven't gotten the luck needed for it. So we're gonna get rid of you, replace it with this. We can get some scaling on this guy and this guy. Oh, this hurts so much. Hippo is doable. I think we're gonna need this guy here at some point. Going into tier 5, so I want the extra roll. I'll pick this up and we'll go. It sounds mean, but it's hilarious watching animals freak out over nothing. Yeah. That, and what's even better is they're lizards. So their arms aren't underneath them. They don't move and run in a way that looks coordinated. They just flail about seemingly randomly and end up moving in ambiguously in a general direction. And it's hilarious to watch. Oh, this is gonna be big yikes. Oof. But the nuclear option comes in for the victory. Alright, so tier 5 is here. We get... nothing of great value. Monkey! This is a requirement. Who's getting replaced? I think I have to replace you, sir. This is going to cost me at least 2 lives. Hopefully it doesn't cost me 3. But in doing so, I gain opportunity. Please scale faster, though. No, we need to... I need 1 more badger, 1 more skunk. And that's that. Could always use a little more badger, yes. Yes, I can. Do you have a group for Among Us? Kinda, sorta. I've been talking with, like, Junkyards and their group. And they're open to having more content creators join, so I'll probably join them at some group. That's like Junkyard, Shield Chaos kind of group. I'll probably do that. But otherwise, I don't have a regular group at which I would normally play. Ugh. Well, this is not ideal. It's close. Could use a little bit more luck. That's a good way to put it. Oh, this hurts so much. Okay, so this, I need this so I can get level 2 and start that scaling. Okay, alright, we'll start scaling the skunk as well. Hang on to you. Hello there, Black Titan. Welcome to the chat. That ending? Oh yeah, no, it gets even better when we finally upgrade the honeybees to the 1-up shroom. You end up with even more secondary explosions. Oh no, he's gonna kill off my skunk. Sadness. This is not ideal. I think we're going to require... Oh, close. What does level 2 badger do? It hits even harder. That's what it does, and nothing else. The high percentage play is upgrading the monkey. But I have the opportunity to upgrade the penguin right now. We risk it. 'Cause I think I need the extra scaling. And I have lives suspend. And there it is. We get both. That's even better. Why is Reptile top right? Because he's our mascot. He lives in my backyard, and the game doesn't have enough reptile representation. So we have to add iguana to the game. Yeah, that hurt. Okay, so this is where things get pretty close. Now we have actual scaling. Like actual good scaling. Okay. Problem is, we don't have that much HP left, and it's gonna get a little close. What level, what power should Iguana have? I have no idea. Oh, I see what's up. Getting lucky with hitting the nuclear option. That isn't a positional thing. That's just RNG dictating that I'm having my nuke preemptively detonated from behind the lines. Not much I could do about that. Other than get enough HP that it survives, which I'm working on. I want melon armor more than most. Let's do this and this. It's like once we get the badger to survive. I put the dodo in front because having a 50-50 is more important than having a dodo that has like 10 damage and gives 5 of it to a friend in front. You hit the batteries? Yes. And once I get the dodo to 50-50, I can put the dodo behind literally anyone. Why did I stop with Zerg-Hex? I found the game mode largely unenjoyable. Partially because I am a streamer that everyone likes to target, which is a very real thing. Partially because the game is both cooperative and anti-cooperative. It is cooperative in that it is effectively a 3v1. But it is uncooperative in that you can never interact with your teammates. You just have to hope that your teammates perform adequately, which is almost never the case. So you play a lot and you lose for reasons that you cannot... You lose for reasons that you can't control, which is just not fun in my opinion. Dodo in front is not ideal? You are correct, it is not ideal. It is just the high percentage play. And I'm looking forward to switching it out. Probably with Skunk. In between 1 and 2 turns. Is there a reason you usually freeze and roll instead of buying? Wouldn't it be usually better to buy first? You have more slots to fill per refresh. Most of the time I'm not looking for... Most of the time I'm not rolling to look for something. It's... I guess it's not really true. I'm looking for... I have almost the best option frozen, and I'm rolling for the purposes of potentially escalating that option. It's like I have enough and I'm just trying to get better. Like for example, I can roll right now for level 3 dodo, level 3 penguin, and level 3 of any of these, but I don't really care about level 3. I'm picking these up so that I can replace monkey or replace penguin more likely. Whenever I get down to a moment when it looks like I need to. That's what's going on right now. I don't actually need things, I'm just trying to increase my potential. Alright, so I think now is the time we do this. We freeze this. We're gonna still be going 8 per turn. We can wait a little while. Like, this is the best I can get. Aside from maybe a... Coco? So like I want to roll, but I don't want to... I want to have the option available. So now we get a 50 attack here to open. So we basically get 2 50-50s to start with, because I started with the dodo in front. Why would you keep penguin over leopard? Because penguin is giving, what is that a total? That was giving 2x4 is giving 8 of stats per turn, which is a lot of stats. And leopard is only going to deal 6 damage. Like, this guy will literally give me more damage and stats, or rather, the penguin will give you more damage and stats than leopard will, which is why I'm keeping it. Now, I will eventually get rid of penguin. In fact, probably pretty soon. Oh, God. Alright, now, his leopard is only going to deal... It's not going to deal lethal damage to my badger, so we're fine for now. But it is big scary. It's a level 2 leopard right there. So one of these turns, I can just swap that out. I'm actually going to hang on to this because I want to get skunk here pretty quickly. Put it on skunk. Can dodo the leopard? Yes, I can dodo the leopard, which is the plan. So that would be another supermassive power spike. We'll have basically 3 50-50s in one turn. And, oh, look, beautiful. Bring one of his targets down to a 1-1. I think now is the time for melon armor. On you. We roll. Put it on badger. The next turn, we swap out penguin for a level 2 cheetah. Boop. So that was pretty close. That was a draw. So I need to power scale here. And a good way to do that is get rid of you. Get a level 2 leopard. Slap you here. And you will max out. You will max out. So I'm instead going to put this guy on you just for the buff. So we've got two 50-50s, and one that's going to hit as hard as a 50, as well as nuke. Yep. So we nuked pretty hard there. And I still got a 50-50 to roll through everything. That wasn't even close. Badger lost scaling? Yes, he did lose scaling. But this is the last round, so I don't care. I think more than anything, I need a protective cover. Oh my god. This is extra monkey right here. Does this help me with anything? It doesn't. Come on. Nope. Alright, well. If I could have gotten a melon armor or a decent item for our leopard, that would have been awesome. But this is, again, one-sided. We had effectively 3 50-50s there, which is kind of hard to deal with. And that's how that goes. Very well played. So come one, come all. Six damage before anyone could act is nice. Assuming that 6 damage is meaningful. When you're literally dealing with 3 50-50s, 6 damage is not even worth scoffing at. Gonna up the room count to 16. I have no idea what the max is. 16 does not sound impossible to me. Oh my god. starting out with this again. Okay. Welcome, MacGyver. I will try to up the room to 16 next round. Was the initialism for the channel name ever considered? It was not, no. Well, that was a snipe and a half. Have I ever played any of the Homeworld games? Does Undertale count? I don't know that I would call this good RNG. Homeworld, oh, the RTS version. I have not, no. Homeworld isn't the name of what I was thinking of. Homeworld, it's Earthbound is what I was thinking of. Never mind. Why do I confuse those now? We're Timberborn now. It's just the beaver is so bad in this game. Homeworld are good games. I've heard much good about them. I have not played them. Oh my, so many beaver. Okay. You go here. I don't need snail. You go here. Dog. That's a thing. Alright, well. Okay. At least we got an upgraded mosquito, which is terrifying if you think about it. When am I going to play Stellaris again? It's a good question. I don't know. Would I still have a frozen mosquito so I could potentially get a level 3 mosquito? Oh, he's already got a badger, honey badger. Oh no. And he's so many upgrades. Well, that's just quick way to victory. Congratulations. Furry Bumblebee is their name. Mosquitoes are bad. Can you name a creature here that is not bad? I'm not going to get dog scaling off of this, but I think it's worth. So I'm one beaver and one mosquito away from spamming upgrades. Remember, this is an RNG management game. You're always going to be dealt bad. It's just a matter of how much you can mitigate the bad. Should have gone fish. To do that, I would have had to not purchase units for the first three buy periods, and I think that is not a high percentage play at all. Homeworld Remastered Collection is currently on sale on Steam. Ooh, very nice. Hit that like button. Yes, hit that like button. You're also not a fan of summoning stuff. I do like the summoning stuff. I really do. It is potentially very powerful. I didn't get a horse, so I'm not going with that option. But now I can roll. Oh, come on. If I get... How greedy am I here? For a mosquito or a beaver? Okay. Well, I'm gonna get it. Well, I'm gonna get both. So we sell you. Nice. And... Perfect. Though we'll wait for that one. Face cam reveal? You would never have expected Incursus to be secretly reptilian. Who could ever have guessed? It was actually yesterday I was gifted some baked goods from a local farm in my area. Well, they were gifted by a family member. The farm themselves didn't gift them to me. But, oh my god, the goods are so tasty. They are breadsticks, but herbs, like covered in various herbs and spices. And cinnamon rolls. I'm not usually big on cinnamon rolls. And by that I mean I'm not one who's terribly excited about sweets. Any kind of dessert-like thing. It's not really my interest. I don't have a whole lot of interest in it. But these cinnamon rolls are amazing. Probably because they're effectively homemade off of local grown ingredients. But oh my god. Yeah, that's another loss. This is why I didn't want to start with beaver. Okay, if I lose one more time, I could get to the level 5s. I think I'm gonna try that. In an effort to stop me from losing one more time, I'm gonna pick that up real quick. And this. And also this. Baked goods? Yes, baked goods. Very enjoyable baked goods. I'm tempted to do a Lego building stream. For Christmas and also my birthday, I was gifted Legos and I need to build them. They're actually like the nice kind of Legos that adults actually aren't embarrassed about. It's the Star Wars collection, Imperial Probe Droid, and the Scout Trooper. Those are nice. They are nice. And, wow. That's too much deer. Did not survive that. Alright, so hopefully we can get some level 5s that carry us to victory. And the answer is yes. Yes, we do. Dog goes away now, yeah? Does dog go away? I think dog goes away here, doesn't it? This one's tough. Its attack value is just so low. It's so very low. Rhino is not the play here for sure. But this, I think, needs to happen, and we don't upgrade dog here. We just roll with it. Dog for giraffe? No. A little too late for giraffe options. Is your decision to not use the dolphin on purpose? Yes. Yes, it is on purpose. Dog without summoners? I have 2 summoners. Unfortunately, they have the anti-summoner, so it doesn't matter. And, yeah, that's how that went. Have I tried using caterpillars? I have not tried using caterpillars. I don't have the DLC, so I cannot use caterpillars. This hurts. Bison for dog is good. I just gotta live, which is a tall order right now. Ever tried using ICBM? The amount of times we like find strange ways. I love finding strange ways in physics games to build ICBMs and similar. Can you do achievements here? I've literally not even looked at the achievements for this game. Is playing with the lobby harder or easier than the main game? Playing versus mode versus playing arena. Playing versus mode is way easier than playing arena by a huge margin. I cannot speak on playing in a curated lobby, such as this one, versus otherwise, because I don't know. Also, we've been eliminated. Bye. Didn't get off the ground fast enough. Was it 3 gamble rounds and got 0 payoff off of any of them. You made the fatal mistake of getting into Lego Technics. Oh, but they're so good. They're so much fun. Like literally my... I don't have a webcam. I do have a phone that I can plug into my computer. And whenever I need to do video conferencing or video calls, I'll just use my phone for it. But I don't have a phone stand, so I may have used Legos to create an adjustable phone holder that attaches to... It doesn't actually attach to my monitor, but it's like a large construction that can adjust up and down and has a claw hand that can grip the phone and hold it in its proper position. You see Lizard Kitten? Yes. What's the iguana? It's Super Auto Pets. We have to have our pets. You love it when you play this? Well, I'm not just playing it, but you too can join. In fact, we've got 14 out of 16, 15 out of 16 slots filled for this next round. Did I give up on New World? Yes. Yes, I have. I like the idea of the game. It's just not... I'm not go... I don't... Do I even want to pick up the beavers? No, I don't. Oh my god. It hurts so much. I like the idea of the game, and it is genuinely a game. It just isn't sufficiently developed to be worth my time. And that seems to be the general consensus. Like, there is a list of things that if they fixed about the game's core mechanics, that I would happily go back to the game and play. But they are not fixing them, and it's on the list of things that they will probably fix eventually, just not anytime in the near future because the game has bigger problems. And you know what? That's fine. That makes sense. I'll come back if and when they fix it. Okay. The higher percentage plays pick up fish. Well, hello there. Goggler123 coming in and joining the incursion. Congratulations, you've just gained access to all the beautiful emotes here on the channel, as well as the special access role on a Discord. Welcome back to the party, or should I say, welcome to the party. I'm not being given things. Lose otter for swan. Roll. There we go. That's something. But it does mean we lost out on our round 3's power spikes. We'll have to skip to a round 5 power spike, and it's going to cost us dearly for that. But it is what it is. And here we are. You love swan spam. Swan is quite the good, and I do recommend swan. I'm looking forward to Wednesday because I'm doing forts on Wednesday, which is nice. I have some special plans. Something that I think many of you guys will enjoy. What type of videos do I do? Well, if you click the channel button on screen, you can see for yourself. Mostly strategy games, mostly. I am looking to get into some Among Us probably soon. I don't need apple. I need a beaver, a fish, or a spider. That's it. I'll take a swan. It's fish and okay. Indefinite upgrades? No. Win for the day, do extract returns. Micro, you're familiar with the upcoming tournament for it, right? Because I've already got a team and we spent most of the day practicing. Why do I keep Crooked frozen? So I can purchase it next round. That's why. Battleships AI tournament. That would be interesting. You miss flying forts. Not many people do. Oh, this is a lineup that's gonna wipe the floor with me. Seems a bit fishy. Hey! I see what you did there. Alright. Give me a rooster. Give me another rooster. Alright, this is my life now. I'm just going to make this go away. You are obsolete. Who else goes away? I think fish here. I think fish also goes away. Excellent. Worth.
Oh.
I wonder if an AI can pull off a core swing. We've yet to find a way to do a core swing. I would imagine the easiest map in which to do a core swing would be battleships, but we've yet to find a way to do it. How could you automate battleships made via a team? Otherwise, imagine them not getting each other's way and breaking the script. Mechanically, you only ever have one AI. Turn 5, 2 roosters? Yeah, I know, right? In forts, you can't have multiple AI at any point in time. It's always a singular AI. Even if it's running multiple forts. Excellent. Okay, do I wait one more round? I think I wait one more round, try for scaling or even turkey. So we do this. Ooh, alright, well, this is happening. Not really much else for me here. Okay. What is this game? This is Super Auto Pets. It's an auto battler. Think Teamfight Tactics, Hearthstone Battlegrounds, Dota Underlords. Can the AI reconnect the core if it just bungee rope it down? You assume the issue with swinging is the time of reconnecting the core mid-flight. Yes, that is the issue. Mechanically, it is physically capable of it, but it does not understand when or why or how. It's kind of luck as to whether or not it will attempt to do so at a time in which it is physically capable of doing so. Or it to reconnect in a way that is meaningful. Is this sponsored content? No, no, it is not. Unfortunately. Getting terrible rolls. It's a disaster out there. What do we got here? Ooh. Ooh. I just realized what you're doing. Okay, that's a disaster waiting to happen. It's basically a hard counter for what I'm doing. I've ever done sponsored content? I have done sponsored content. What's another rooster? Do I upgrade or do I Simply roll with 2 roosters. Rift Breaker was sponsored? I have not done a sponsored Rift Breaker stream. What's the funniest sponsor I've ever had? I think a better question is, what's the funniest offer for a sponsor? I've had people offer sponsorships to do makeup, which is, I think, the funniest of the lot. But that's not one I've taken. Big, thick unit is enough. Okay. It hurts me to put this here, but I need scaling. No longer require you. Ooh, pet penguin though. Okay. I still have 10 lives. I can work with this. No, I'm totally applying the whatever this is pretty much. Like I don't mind doing things like, oh, let's do a makeup sponsorship, but I really don't have experience in that, nor do I do webcam based content, so I don't even have a way of really putting it on the channel without redoing channel outlets. Like, I just don't have an audience for that. I'm sure it's a large rooster. It is a large rooster. So yeah, it's a good way to put it. Could have used a shunt face. A stunt face. That's first for everything, indeed. Question is, how long do I want this rooster to be in front? I could do with a penguin. I think I don't want to upgrade the spider anymore. Its position is still important for the monkey. What do all these animals do? Most of these animals have different abilities. For example, the swan here gives me extra gold at the start of every round. Then we have the turkey, which every time a unit is summoned, it gains +3/+3. We have the spider, which summons a tier 3 unit on its death. We have a monkey, which at the end of every round permanently increases the stats of the first unit in line by +3/+3. And then we have the rooster, which summons two tiny chickens, each having half the attack value of the big rooster. And those tiny chickens are summoned upon the death of the rooster. You notice there it only summoned one, and that's because there's not enough space for it to summon two, because I have it at the front, and I can only have 5 units out on the line at any point in time. So, yikes. But I have it there because I would rather get the permanent +3/+3 than to deal with than to deal with than to just have a second tiny chicken spawn. This will give me a level 3 goose. Getting real tense with no strategic monkey placement. That's kind of the idea. Once I get the rooster to be big enough, either to at 50-50, which is max stats, or just above 30 HP, which is enough for it to survive a max level hit, assuming it has melon armor, then I can move it from the front and start boosting something else, and take advantage of the rooster's spawn mechanics. At this point in time, it seems I have a stronger lineup than most of my opponents, so I'm not too concerned, but it's something worth keeping an eye on. It's kind of funny how much strategy you can put into this game. Yeah, it's counterintuitive. It is definitely counterintuitive. It seems that it's like this, oh look at this super cartoony game, but it's actually very deep, and there's a lot of strategy that goes into it. In your opinion, it's better to move him back as soon as he reaches 30 plus? Yeah. Probably. I'm going to make that decision based on what my opponents are doing. If this was Arena, this loadout would already have been dead, because it's round 11 and I don't have particularly deep synergies lined up. But we don't have that. We have sub-average RNG, or that's not true. We have average RNG on everyone involved. So not taking fly? Oh, fly is there. That was critical. I didn't even see it. I needed to replace swan with fly. Oh, that's a mistake. That's a huge mistake. Fortunately, we don't get punished too hard. Turkey. I just need to replace you with turkey for now. Okay, fine. Next turn. You like chess. Chess is good. Later fly is good enough. Yeah, but it's still a misplay, anime. We got to spawn both chickens that time. Alright, how many of you guys have snipes? There's 1 snipe, 2 snipes, 3 snipes. I don't know if that counts. Wow. That's a lot of snipes, okay. Have I ever played Risk? Yes, I have played Risk. I didn't get something to... This is fly waiting simulator is what this is right now. Okay, fine. Is the dubstep in-game music? We have no dubstep on this stream. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Yeah. But the music currently playing is not in-game music. Well, hello there. Elijah, member for 33 months. Hello. 3 years of support of the incursion, so very close. Yes. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't offer a way of putting a 3-year badge or anything of the sort. Yes, it only goes up to 2 years. We're still playing. Just over 3 years. Yes, we're still playing. Hello there. Welcome, the long-time supporters. Ah, jeez. You always thought it was hilarious when games had sponsors like hair trimmers and such, since the audience is mostly pre-adolescent. I don't know what games you're playing that are meant for pre-adolescents, but it's very rare. You're the oldest YouTube member? I don't believe so. I can check. I know it's pretty close. Why haven't I played StarCraft in over a month? I have. Don't know where you're getting that information from. I think it is about time I can no longer rely on the rest of my life. That's not true. Turkey is a good unit. Look at that. That's wild. Oh, look, more rooster. It's almost up to 50-50. Almost up to 50-50.
Nuclear launch detected.
Hello? Nuclear launch coming in from Kalijah.
I know, but you could have an emote we could use on Twitch that only 3-year supporters know the command for.
Literally can't. Because, I can't get emotes on Twitch. But I should come up with something cheeky and subversive that's along those lines. That would be fun. Patrick! 5087. Only 30 months for you. It's so close. Thank you, one and all. You love it because you always take Australia and just cut yourself off for the rest of the world. That is a, not an uncommon tactic. Okay. So, I want to do things always on fire.
Okay, well I know you can have emotes in Discord then.
Yes. That much I do have. And let's do this. I think it is past time where we do this. And now we buff Monkey. Monkey is our thick, chunky boy now. Question is, will there come a time when Fly is the better option over 2 turkeys? Probably. What time is it where I am? Currently 10:47 p.m. BTTV? Better TTV? Yes. I'm guessing Minecraft is anything from 10 to 60. Sounds about right. Tempted to play Minecraft again. It's such a good game. And now we get the thickness coming in from the chicks. Them thick chicks. What did they change in the update? Great many things. A couple balance changes. I don't have the patch notes, but why so many turkeys? Oh, we can get a level 3 and a level 2 turkey, I guess. That is more important. This is... We're coming down to the end of it here, aren't we? Kinda, sorta. Alrighty, have a good one, Borgia. Good luck out there. Go for 2 level 3 turkeys. Apparently that's just what... Apparently that's just what's gonna be happening. Oh god, the snake is ruining us. As is the level 3 gorilla. Ugh. Yikes. Fortunately, I think we win anyways because turkey is a little strong. Nice. Hello there, Eaton. Welcome to the chat. Could you mushroom the rooster? I can mushroom the rooster, yes. It's just a question of whether or not I should. Remember, when you mushroom things, they don't come back with their stats. They come back as a 1-1. Which kind of sort of works because I have the mega turkeys. But, oh my god. Okay, well... Level 3 and a level 2 turkey to go. Should put mushroom on rooster for stronger things. I could. I rerolled a fly. No! Why? Actually, at this point, I'm pretty certain I don't want to fly. At this point, I think the turkey is just more powerful. No more fly, we're going to level 3 turkeys, yes. I just, for some reason, it's invisible in my eyesight today. Ooh. This is not ideal. That's a level 3 to go with it as well. Worked. It's a lot of melon armor. Alright, nice. Okay, so turkey level up. Monkey level up. Monkey level up. So at this point, we're getting 15/15 added to everything that spawns, which I'm pretty certain is just better than... yeah, that's just better than the melon on rooster. It's also better than fly. monkey making a 9-9 every time, or adding 9-9 every time. Cheap fly. If only that worked reasonably well, but it don't. Rather, it does not. Just glad we got rid of that giant gorilla. It's a problem. We are becoming. Oh, the stats! Next round is last round. Rather, should I say, this round is last round. There's another turkey. So if we do this guy, and then here. So now we become stupidly even more powerful. And that's how that works. Gotta chill with the turkeys. You can't make me. So now when this rooster dies, not only does it spawn 2 chicks here and here, but it also spawns another rooster. Which will make it attempt to spawn 2 more chicks, but it can't do that because it has already filled up the entire map with checkable space. Oh. Beep. So that one rooster, instead of spawning 2, will only spawn 1. But that's fine because that's still an extremely one-sided match. There's your spawn build, guys. You guys wanted to see spawners go. And there it is. The Revenge of Thanksgiving. Going on a Thanksgiving massacre. Almost had 2 level 3 turkeys in that. That's just wild. Oh, not what I wanted. Yes. Versus mode. Create private. So come one, come all. All 16 players. Let's go. We got over a month. So the last StarCraft stream that happened. Well, for one, I do regularly play StarCraft. I just don't often stream it because, funny enough, y'all don't like watching it all that much. Literally, Super Auto Pets gets more interest more these days. But let's see. Names are hard. But the last StarCraft stream actually failed to render, or at least failed to process. So it's just kind of stuck there forever. But speaking of StarCraft, we do have the Commanders Tournament coming up soon. It's actually next month, I believe. So I am actually participating in that one, which means we'll have plenty of video-style content. Which is nice. It's been a while since I've done a tournament of any kind. Yeah. No, not the pigs. Fine. The Milky Balls. I love the names. The name conventions in this game. You don't have the time for live streams. That's fair. You should make my name Ink in Among Us. Solid maybe. Alright, let's see if we can roll for the goodies. We can. That doesn't count, but it's usable. Alright, who needs this? You do. Thank you. StarCraft is done by so many people. Posting about tournaments, let's play, and it's mostly the same. Pretty much. It's Math Puns! Is he in the lobby? Ah, he is. Hello there. Super Auto Pets is a free game, and it can be played on your phone, so you can literally pull this up on your phone and just join in if you so please. The problem with StarCraft is it's a 15-year-old game. Yes, actually. StarCraft doesn't have a whole lot of other problems. It's just old and people have seen it play out for the past 15 years. There's not a whole lot of new content coming out for it. It's just been all... It's all done. That's really all there is to it. I say that knowing full well that StarCraft has some minor balancing issues and whatnot, but those things only affect like the top 0.5% for the most part. For the most part. I like how the swan hisses, which is a very swan thing to do. Even though I generally think of them as being creatures of honk. Honk and bonk. As they will honk at you and then bonk you as much as they can if you get within melee range. Your math puns, not dad jokes. Oh no, you have no idea. Swans are snakes in a wingsuit. No, snakes in a wingsuit is the green herons. They look like normal birds that walk around the side of water, and then suddenly their necks become giraffe necks, which is hilarious. You're building a goose-based campaign for D&D? Oh god. It's like a nightmare. Alright, Big Mosquito comes in for the draw. With its 0 say to 8. Nice belt. Yeah. Okay. You happen first. Immediate sell-off.
Everything is on fire.
Everything is always on fire.
I once made friends with a goose named Sinatra. He would give me hugs when I visited. Hated everyone else though.
I was thinking you were going to go for a joke there, but that sounds like a very goose kind of interaction. I was like, is this a Frank Sinatra joke? Nope, it's just a regular old goose interaction. Yeah, no, I remember, I have similar stories. I used to live in an area that had a large lake behind it, and they had geese. I forget the name of the species of the geese. It's the white goose with the orange beaks, that kind of goose. And they were not nice creatures, I think but that's not a surprise. I used to feed them a lot with various trail mix and bird feed and sometimes even bread. And for most of my childhood, I would feed them. And it was eventually, Like, after many years, they started to not attack me, and then I could exist around them without getting bonked, which was nice. It took many years. Many, many years. Is the Honkdra immune to fear effects just like an IRL goose? It should be. That should be its main gimmick. Immunity to fear. Hello there, Ryland. Welcome, welcome, and thank you for the super chat. Coming in with the 10, not even a message to go with it, just a thank you sticker. Thank you, thank you. Ant in the back, Savage. Yeah, I should fix that. We'll hold off, try to get around 5. Thank you for the support, Ryland. Tempted to pick up a camo instead of second swan, but I don't. Alright, this is even better. So I've got 2 pickups right here. If I can, you know what, we'll just roll for an ant. I don't want more than that. I've already got a level 3 mosquito and a level 2 swan. Didn't realize you could put text. That's fair. That is completely understandable.
Sinatra would lay his head on my neck and let me carry him around like that. Friend's dad kept trying to make me take Sinatra home.
It's actually kind of fun the way geese do that. They're surprisingly warm for what they are. Like, I would think they would be made out of cold on the inside, but when they like sit on you or like lean up against you, they're kind of warm, which is a surprise to me. I don't know why I find that so surprising. And, I used to have the geese that would like walk up, like I generally wouldn't get my face within beak distance of them, but they would often walk up to me and like almost wrap their necks around my leg. It's like, okay, this is fine. Hey, we can go another spawn build. Seal is here. I don't have a worm. I haven't seen a worm. Do I want to try for this? I don't have anything that synergizes with it at all. I don't even have... this is so rough. Could swap ant for parrot. I don't have other levels. Okay. There's also Megusa, the Gorgon with geese instead of snakes for hair. That sounds like a nightmare. Can you imagine the noise of the honk that comes from the Megusa? Uh-oh. Going for a spawner build again. Okay, pill ants. We got mega goose.
Everything is on fire.
Everything is always on fire.
Usually only geese without mates will bond with humans like that. Take that as you will. Smirk.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. It was not a particularly large flock. There was only like 3 geese there. They were just always around. Mega mosquito. Were you looking for worm? No, I was not looking for worm. I would need worm and seal, and I didn't pick up the seal, and therefore I cannot use the worm. It's kind of one of the issues with the worm and also the seal. Can't ever find a time that is useful without worm seal. The cupcake? I've used it a few times successfully. It's just a niche thing. It's kind of hard to justify in most instances. Alright. I think I unfreeze you and roll for something decent like extra turkey. Or any kind of better scaling. Ah, this hurts. So I don't know where I want to go with this. Let's put this on deer for the power alone. Dragon. Dragon is scaling. We can do a dragon build. I've already got swan. Okay, we'll do a dragon build. I'll switch out turkey for dragon. And then also penguin. We're a dragon build now. Doesn't the worm block the seal from eating food? So the reason they aren't anti-synergy is because of the way most food works. Notice how this pair here, mechanically it gives 2-2 to a single unit. However, most of the other ones, sushi, pizza, the bowl of fruit, they give 1-1 stats to multiple, and it's completely random. So it is entirely random how your food is distributed. So if you give food to your random set of your units, it's going to put it on units which you cannot keep. For example, I'm going to be getting rid of penguin and turkey. If I had given them any food, then that would be a waste of food. So you want the worm because it actually has decent food scaling, and you want the seal so that if it eats food that you would otherwise want to put on the worm, then the seal then activates its ability, which is to give the food effects to its other friends. So it increases the chance that your random food is actually usable, which is massive. Okay. We got the thickest. Like, look at this. Sushi, give 3 random pets 1-1. If I were to use that 3 of my pets, we get 1-1. If it didn't go on the worm, then, well, that's a waste of a worm. But if it doesn't go on the worm, then it's got a pretty darned high chance of landing on the seal, which can then in turn give the effects to the worm. It's not that you want to give the seal food, it's that you can't avoid giving the seal food. So you want the seal to make up for it. Does the seal giving food back count as eating shop food? Nope. If it did, it would be the most overpowered strat in the game. This needs to happen. That's just a power spike that's way too strong to avoid. And we will swap you out for Gorilla this time because we can and for no other reason. Surprised you won that. Yeah, no, typically when you go dragon, it's like the Hail Mary. It's the I literally have nothing else, so I'm just trying to survive kind of option. And it will typically, because it doesn't have a high return on investment, or a rapid return on investment, you'll usually lose like 5 or 6 times, which is really rough, considering you lose 3 lives apiece. So you can't literally lose 6 times. So that's a little bit of an exaggeration. But losing 3 times is not uncommon when you pick up Dragon. I just happen to mitigate enough that it's alive. Hello, Vortex. Welcome, welcome. If you guys are just arriving, make sure to hit that like button, hit that follow button, and check us out on YouTube. Or join the Discord where we do multiple of our activities. Speaking of activities, I need to redo. We're still playing. This is something I know you talk about more, but I need to redo the vectors because I was. Oh my gosh, the alligator. Because the websites don't like gradients, which is not fun. Because almost everything I do in vector is made out of gradients. So like, so much having to redo everything. I'm tempted to upgrade Swan here. It says even the stylized way that I draw things like the fire effect it's everything is a gradient. Everything is a gradient. But
Everything is on fire.
why are you like this?
My neighbor and I tried to start a super auto pets league. The cops said dogfighting is illegal.
Oh. I feel like there's an aerial combat joke in there. And I'm trying to... It's fine. It's fine. Oh, that's a lot of thickness in those units over there. 330 plus stats. Oof. I did not win this one. Is that why most internet art you see is shading done by 2 to 3 separate colors? No. This is specifically for making merch. And nothing else. I could really use some extra dragons here. I got more food. That's cool. Hold on to you. Hey, that's better. We're gonna have a hard time with this stuff we're making. Yeah, I mean, well, from the perspective of just making the art, it wasn't so bad. It was actually kind of enjoyable. But the technology of the printing surfaces is so outdated that it just doesn't handle complexity well at all. So I have to really cartoonize things, which is not ideal. So I'll be, well, making it more cartoony, which is not... Oh, that's a level 3 deer. I didn't realize. It's so thick. This is not close. A little bit close, I guess. What's the issue? Color of the material bleeds gradient and screws it up. I suspect that's at least part of it. But the level 3 swan, we get plenty of goodies here, yeah? Okay. I would ideally have liked an opportunity to upgrade the dragon at any point. You almost died yesterday with a big mirror that fell and broke. Oh, well, that's not that's terrifying. Here's a recommended different company. I'm going to use the company anyways because it has actual integration with YouTube. And it's just the more convenient option. But yes. Happy birthday to you there, cringe username. Oh look, it's a dragon. How many rounds left to match? I actually got a couple rounds left. Oh, how I would have loved to have had a leopard earlier. Freeze you because you're just a good one-off, but I don't have much left to do. That's a dragon. But that's awesome. In that case, I'll do this. I can still lose one more time without great suffering. So we'll do this, and then roll, and then we'll upgrade you and move on. How do you have more than 10 lives? This is versus mode. It does not have asynchronous PvP. Is the answer to your question. Yes, pummel the weak dragon. And now deal with the mega deer. Need tiger for deer? I really don't. If modern technology can make working violin the size of a grain of rice, they can print stuff on ropes. Well, who is they? I will say I will not. I will go full hard into re-rolling everything. Oh, look, another dragon. Actually good. Probably wasn't worth, but I still have one more life to give. He's almost up to... He's got two 50-50s. He's got three 50-50s. Oh, this. He's gonna ruin me. I'm glad you enjoy Ryland. I'm glad to be here. It's so thick. Alright, so this is my last life. There is a very real question of, do I pick up something like a scorpion with an extra life mushroom? Or do I just roll for more stats? I think rolling for more stats is the ticket because I don't have much option. It's too late for more dragon. You are the best one of in this instance. And we give more on start, or yeah, no, this is just better. Tempting to go dolphin. Dolphin snipes. Oh, you mad lad. Dolphin snipes nothing, so we go fish. Let me put you in front just to deal with nonsense. Scorpio won't work. No, Scorpion spam is not all that strong. Oh, we win. We draw. Okay. You have potential for 4 50-50s long term, I win. Yes! Yes, I do. It's just a matter of getting there alive. Which is not the easy option. We're actually almost there. We are very close. Oh, is that it? Look at that, boys. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, so I just need the best one of here, and I think that option goes to Snake. Flamingo will give me actually solid 50-50s, but I think Snake takes this one this time. Put you here. Reroll once for... Yeah, we'll top off with the ants next turn. Mosquito. Yeah, at this point I just have... Oh, he's got a dragon too! I didn't realize he was still in the game. I haven't fought him, like, yet. I think he's got a stronger loadout than I do. He does. He wins this. Oh no. He wins that pretty hard too. Oh man. I don't know who this player fought, but... They didn't win either. I think that player was the winning comp with the dragon comp. Ah, man. That's close. Very close. Very, very close and very well played. It's not about outdated printers. Well, yeah, I don't expect it to be about outdated printers. They happen to also have outdated printers, but that's not the point. I am aware that isn't the major contributing factor. It's just not economic to give people access to gradients and the like. Snake at the end might have been better if we checked there was Rooster at the end team. No. The reason I had Snake there was because it was behind the deer, which guarantees that the snake can fire multiple times. As opposed to just, you know, once. Last minute Rooster. I mean, define last minute. That sucker was near 50-50. Boosted by a dragon, so that's... had been there for some time. Oh, hello there, Baldron04. Glad you enjoy. What is this game? You've never heard of it? Well, it's free to play. Could be downloaded on your phone as well. Can I do fancy gradient? Probably the way you've described it. But I wouldn't want to do that. Alright, player did not spawn things. This is understandable. Where's my other glove? Okay. Who is in the match? I'll look after this. I'll look after this upcoming round. Excellent. Well, it's this. I got matched against the same player again, and they still haven't built things. We are facing off against these players. Nissa, and Freaky, and Wee, and Ents, and I Die, and Finfee, and Barbaretto is here. Welcome. We have Zenzik. We have Eaton, and No Jammin, and Takamastu, and Hohair7, and Ace, and more anonymous. Playing as the Suspicious Housewives. We'll hold off. How do we join? What is the code? Well, currently we're in the middle of a match. You have to join when the match starts, as there's a limit to 16 players per lobby. But the code will be typed in on the screen when we start the match. I'm going with just code Incursus. With the internet seems to think the solution is to start with higher thread count shirt. It's about the quality that we're going with here. Unless you're going to pay for an extremely high quality, then you're going to get the economic option, which is good quality, to be clear. It just isn't super special, like custom, if that makes sense. I don't know if I want to invest that heavily into fish. I think I want to roll for mosquito instead. Alright, fine. Swan over cricket. Yes. Believe it or not, the automated and mass production of goods is generally on a scale of super expensive and high quality to, at one end, to inexpensive and not high quality at the other. How is it going? It's going very well. I'm enjoying a nice evening tonight. Alright. Oh, look, perfect. More fish. Alright, so you go here, give us a dolphin, and we sell off sheep for dolphin. Pick up another fish. Yeah, I'll do it. Merge these two, we get hippo. So I want all of these things. Hippo first. Someone's getting sold for the penguin, but we'll come back to that one later. Could have been the creamy creators. That was my second choice. Almost the first choice. As integration into YouTube, you can't imagine what that might be. Well, when I get it up and working, you will see for yourself. But first, I have to redo all the channel branding, which actually shouldn't take too long. Especially considering I've got to be very cartoony and simple with it. Which is fine. Got no synergy now. Rip the dream. Yeah, synergy is kind of important, especially for the expansion pack. Not that I have a great amount of experience with it. Sweet, sweet secrets. I know. Where's the excitement if you know everything beforehand? I am tempted to play Valorant, if only because most other content creators play Valorant as a like pastime game just for fun, and I want to have friends at any point in time, and it's like, okay, let's do something in common. Everyone says Valorant. It's like, can't it just be something normal like Minecraft? Like, I can understand not playing StarCraft as our mutual game to play, but did it have to be Valorant? So currently Penguin only buffs fish, which is unacceptable. I'll save you for next round. Oh, I want buff Hippo, so I'm gonna apple you twice. And I'll stick with that. Hard packages. Oh yeah, no. Some of the names are just, I would say, innuendous, but that implies that they can be mistaken as something else or have a dual meaning. There is no. Some of them are just not. They're just not even innuendous. It's just lewd. Something like, "Hey, I'm." Like things like naughty housewives or huge balls are some of the other options you can get. Wet housewives is another popular one. Creamy craters. At least that one could be construed as innuendous and wouldn't typically be considered. Yeah, no, it gets real moist mouths. Yeah. There's a lot of funny business going around, yeah. That's big fish. It's always a bigger fish. Alright, so got 2 penguins now. Shark, not into it. I'm going to pick up the penguins because I need something that scales, and we've yet to get something that scales. And I'm gonna hope to find a hippo. I don't even really want a dolphin. Badger I could go with, but I would need it to be level 2. And instead I'm gonna put armor on hippo. It's 4 a.m. Why you stream? It's only 4 a.m. in your European side of the world. Can someone American explain dropping the ball for New Year? I do not know. As an American, I genuinely do not understand, nor am I familiar with the tradition of it. It is just a unexplained tradition of it's the cool thing to do. I don't know why it signifies the coming of the new year. I don't know where that came from. And that's all there is to it. But at this point, it's just a party. Because it's fun and for no other reason. Yeah. You love your streams, but it's always 4 or 5 a.m. only 50% of the time. On Wednesdays, we do our European-friendly time zone streams. So I have... it's a little... I only have 5 lives left. I can't transition into Worm. That's way too slow on the upkeep. I need more. This is not more. Okay. Yikes. You have a big pig. Welcome to the party. I've got a big fish. I'm just trying to hang on there to get something usable. Haven't gotten it. Worm was kind of sort of, but it's a little too late to start it out. Like, we're already in tier 5. Needed to start that in tier 3. No one chose submissive fanboys. What's worse, submissive fanboys or submissive fangirls? Does it really matter? Okay, I'll pick you up. Rhino. Monkey. Okay. I don't know if I can survive doing this, but I think I have to try. Because if I don't, I'm just gonna lose the game. Fish needs to go here. And in an effort to survive, I do this. Penguin does literally nothing for me right now. Fangirl sounds interesting, but you'd prefer fanboys. Hey, how you doing, Hawklight? Welcome to the chat. You excited for Osher? Because I'm waiting. Have I tried Nova Drift? I do have a couple videos on Nova Drift, actually. How was my New Year's? Mostly inside. My family had a COVID scare. And by that I mean my brother came down with a positive test and actually got actually sick the day after Christmas. So that was fun. Mostly staying inside and self-quarantining to be safe from everyone and everything. But that was my New Year's.
Everything is on fire.
Everything is always on fire.
You just lost the game. Be back in 30 to 40.
What, years? Because that's the last time I heard that one. Alright, we're still playing. Good luck out there. Yes. Poof. I'm getting usable units in droves right now, and I don't know how to handle it. Okay. Do I even drift? Oh no. Everyone's okay. Yeah, no, we haven't had... The symptoms were minor. We're pretty certain it was COVID positive, but my family had no symptoms. Or no serious symptoms. Not even a high fever, no chest pains. It was COVID positive, but it wasn't anything worse than a cold. Not even to the degree that you would expect from the typical flu that goes around. So there was no real danger. It was just technically COVID. So in an effort to not spread it, I self-quarantined. Ended up, I didn't get it. I didn't come back positive. So that was nice, but I still, stayed inside and away from everyone. Vaccinated in Omicron. We were all vaccinated, yes. As far as Omicron, I haven't the foggiest idea, nor do I know of a means of knowing. I think if I had a level 2 leopard here, then I'll run with that. But until then, I look for monkey. Goose, sweet Jesus, please start buffing Goose. I can't dragon this time, I will die. Ever listen to epic mountain music on Spotify or YouTube? Best you've ever seen. If you would like some of their soundtracks. I may have heard them. I do enjoy experiencing new musics. I don't recognize the name. I will have to look them up at some point. If you leave them in the suggestions on Discord, I'll look them up. That is where I check things. Most likely a false positive. I mean, he got actually sick. It's not like he wasn't sick. He was actually sick. And there were other positives in the house of the family soon thereafter. So I don't think it was a false positive. It's just between vaccines and probably a less... My family just wasn't particularly vulnerable to that specific strain. Oh, this person's got so much scaling. Mr. Anonymous here, the Amazing Pearls team, is probably going to win this match. Assuming he survives the next couple rounds. Oh, there's a leopard. I think now is the time we swap out Swan. Oh look, another leopard upgrade. Awesome. And just hope for it. Gonna go fly on Ocean when it comes out? Yes. Yes, I will. I'm actually almost looking forward to being in an ESF again. I say that knowing full well that I do enjoy the flying experience. It's just flying in PlanetSide, the way the state of the game has been for a long time, is extremely energy consuming. Oh my gosh, he's got so much thickness. Oh no. Well, that's the end of that. I got nothing until like 3 rounds ago, and it was way too late. 4 rounds ago? Well, rip that. Been in and out of the air lately. Understandable. Yes, GG indeed. Is there a reason to roll under 3 gold? If you find a unit you like and freeze it, you'll just not get that slot rolled for free at the beginning of the turn. In this particular case, the reason I didn't roll is because I didn't want the leopard. Because if I swapped out the goose with the leopard, then I wouldn't get the goose, and I would get a level 1 leopard, which would not help me at all. It would be worse than having the goose. However, if I were to wait until I have 3 leopards, then that's suddenly better than the goose and worth my time. A flex and lane smash, that's fair. Has anyone 100% the game yet? This game? I don't even know what that would entail. Rhino and snake work very well together. They do. Or just, you know, rhino tiger. Which is the preferred option, I think. You were very lucky in the shop. Nice. Played this for 5 hours earlier. I know, isn't this game is addicting. It's just quite nice. Your tea name, the delicious buttocks. Oh, mildly envious. All achievements are run without a loss. A run without a loss isn't terribly uncommon. You just have to get lucky. The flooded pants, I know. It's beautiful. Yes. What's the new update? A couple balance changes that I didn't really care about. But it has stats. We should check the stats after this after we finish up this room. I'm going to check stats so you guys can see them. Not arguing against freezing, but a locked slot is one of fewer roll. I mean, in that last instance, I literally did not care about anything else except for the leopard. The upgrades on the other units were just trivial. Like, I had nothing I needed. I had everything I needed except for time. So I would get things like the pair I would put on there. Maybe a couple. If I were to get like melon armor, I'd put it on. But outside of the leopard specifically, it's just meaningless to me. Alright, I guess we're saving up for the next one then. Ooh. Oh my. Isn't it a cheetah? A leopard. Do I want this much fish? I don't know if I want this much fish. Okay. I've been using the new pets and realized that number ones are broken. That seems to be the general consensus. The normal pets are just easier to use and are generally stronger. There is like 1 or 2 combos for the DLC pets that if you get the synergies right will scale better than the the default pets. But outside of that, they just aren't. The new pets aren't better. Goose, no. Fine. Yes. 1, 2. I get 2 tries. Okay. Drew 3 times in a row and a badger nuke with mushroom duel. Oof. Turn 3 guy was insanely hit. Yes, he was. At least ahead of me. I got kind of terrible RNG. So I'm just hoping to cash in here this next round. Turn 5, cash in, which may spike a little higher, but we'll see how it ends up. I haven't the foggiest idea. Because that's how RNG works. Sure, Spiff is working hard at it. This game doesn't really have exploitable, like, broken mechanics. You can cast things in a way that's like, oh, look at this dragon, because I played a lot until I got a level 3 dragon off the gate, and then I just did this. It's very different from coming up with a glitch or exploit that's going to actually break the game in a meaningful way. And positioning here is bad. Doesn't everyone exist on fish down here? No, we exist on giant reptiles. House-sized reptiles. Alright, first off, grab you. I want that. But, okay, now we get this. Yeah. Goodbye, otter. Grab you thickest. Oh, we'll just put you here. And nice, just in case we need to pill ants. I'm looking for anti-mosquito now. No matter how hard you pray to RNGs, you'll lose. This game is much more a RNG management game than an RNG game. Every mechanic here is RNG, but the decisions you make mitigate it. I wouldn't even say it's like 50% RNG. You just have to know what to do. This is... definitely a game. I would go so far as to say this game is notably more skill than RNG. There are definitely points where RNG is the deciding factor. There is definitely a upper limit to the optimizing of your decisions, but RNG is a requirement. Did I enjoy the 4 aura synergy bro on Direct Strike? I did. I think 4 auras is like pushing it for how many auras, but synergy is almost always a good time, and so I did enjoy that. You messed up both your turn 2 and 3 picks. Oof! And those are the important ones too. Ah, jeez. Yeah, he got an early giraffe. 6 auras was questionable, but also 12 armor roaches. I think that was everyone's opinion on the matter. Alright, ants. I will sacrifice another life for it. Don't know that I want to pick up a giraffe here. I think because I would have to sell off fish for it, I don't want to. Or I could sell off skunk. Or bird. This is questionable, but I'm doing it. Got it. You said you couldn't find a 6 bloated video. Someone had to have that much healing. The highest I've seen was 5 blood. I've never been able to get... I kind of gave up on trying to do the ridiculous stacking of the auras, because after doing an entire day of recording, like literally a 12-hour span, and only getting 5 fire in one of the instances, I have better things to do with my life. It's just so rare. As it makes the RNG feel worse for the free-for-all type games. Yeah. I mean, that's true. Gosh. I'm so far behind all the curves. Like, I don't have... Oof. Let's hope. Oh, that hurts. Those two don't interact, and they also don't... So I have no spawners, so turkey doesn't help me. And I don't have any food-based things. So this really doesn't help me. Like, what am I supposed to do with this hand? I don't... The only thing I can think of is I had to have gone with something super low percent chance early on, hoping, but that's just not... It just isn't panning out. None of these help me. But spawners pick up the fastest, so I'ma freeze you. And... Alright, so if we're going with that route, we're doing this then. And that's it. That's all I can do. Cupcake dancing Kurai. That was another option I was contemplating. Would have been cool to see someone with 40 HP per second, Tychus maybe. So the reason why Tychus doesn't really exist in the higher... well, this person doesn't have things. Okay. The reason Tychus doesn't really exist in the higher aura brawls is because Tychus doesn't have that multiplier on it. You know what's better than having 3 Tychus units with 40 HP per second? Having 20 Stukov units, each with 40 HP per second. Imagine Stukov that's literally immune to AoE effects of all kinds because there is no AoE possible that can outpace the healing effect of the 40 HP per second. That's also for the same reasons why you don't see anything but Stukov in the 6 aura brawl. Select other fews like the Vorazun Stalkers, which get outscaled stupidly fast. You didn't see them, but Raynor and Stukov were like the 2 main ones. For that exact reason. Oh, now I get a camel. Okay. Burb. I actually kind of want a cupcake. Ouch. Well, I guess we're going cupcake. Guess I don't have... okay, no, I can't. I can't. I have to get actual scaling. You count. Or at least you would outdo Mosquito. Very similar to Slay the Spire in terms of RNG and best play to win. Yes. There is no objective right or wrong. There is only effective and less effective. And we got rolled. You do get to see 4 or 5 fire Stuka bunkers. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, so now we got a level 2 bus. I need Rooster, is what I'm looking for here, really. Just sell this off. Put you here. I'm tempted. Turkey. Turkey times 2. Yes, please. Okay. Okay. I can work with this. We have a successful transition to a synergy-based... We're behind the curve, but hopefully the player that we're facing against is also behind the curve. Because I need them to be, or I'm gonna lose horribly. Let's see what our opponents are up to. Oh, that's some thickness. This is scary. Not a whole lot of synergies going around. This player is gambling hard, but they just got some thickness to go. Oh, Pushin here is gonna be a tough target. Can't you make the turkey 3x the parrot? I can, but at some point, I need to have actual units on the field. Like I can't just have not but turkey. That doesn't help me. Ta-da! We did it! We survived. You have the weirdest streaming schedule. Do I? That is very simple. I don't stream all that much. Rip ace. Anything under Ascension 10 at least is winnable through skill. Yeah. Beyond that, I assume, or at least I imagine, because I haven't really played Slay the Spire. Beyond that, I imagine it's you have to have perfect skill, or at least close to it, and then rely on RNG beyond. Okay. Don't even know why I'm upgrading that one. That's not going to help me much. Thank you. And the Rooster. So who gets replaced with Rooster? Sheep. I don't know if I can afford to replace sheep right now. I think I die if I replace sheep. So we get a level 2 and a level 1 turkey to go with it. Yay! Just rolled past chocolate. Rip. Claw is the law in Slay the Spire. Understandable. Normally you watch when you're about to sleep. That would be the Wednesday streams, or any time watching a VOD, I assume. The Flooded Pants versus the Illegal Buttocks. He's got a decent comp to beat me here. Yep, no, that's good. That's turkey a little strong. Yeah, we have reached the curve, I think. So I need to do this. I need to do this. Nice. Do you have any snipers? You count as a sniper. That would actually ruin me. This player basically counters me. But they're already dead. Alright. So there's one sniper player that could potentially ruin me here. But outside of that... Is there anything I want? Not the salad bowl. Rooster part 2. I want this. I'm looking for extra life. I'm looking for Rooster. Yeah, you countered me, but you died. Yeah. Which saved me, because if I hadn't encountered you, I would be gone. Watcher's just dumb. Oof. Bosses be rough sometimes. I'm just amazed that we haven't lost yet. Like, I pulled this out from nothing. Having the worst to having anything. It's not the perfect options, but it's here. Don't even have a level 2 deer. That's a chunky kangaroo. It's been fun, guys. Rip. It was very close. But I have been ejected. Oh no, stats, stats. So here we have history. We can check out stats, things like trophies won, points earned. Stats are currently disabled. Don't know what happened with those. They were working at some point. But, you know, rip stats. Hall of Fame. Hey, here we go. So these are my last couple wins since playing with the huge mouths. If you guys want to watch this one real quick. How did this one go? Oh, yeah. I remember this one. It worked out nicely. Having thick, chunky units works out very well. Let's see, this one has a snake. I remember this one being one-sided, and I don't remember why. Another victory. Oh, it's because I have two 50-50s and my opponent doesn't have much of anything, that's why. Yep. That's how this goes. That wasn't close. And then we have the domesticated glasses with a spawner build. This is from today. We've already done that one. And replays. These are just the... What are these? Huge mouths, obese buttocks, sticky bush. These are... Where were these from? This is not a winning lineup from me. It is a winning lineup from me because Badger is a good unit. But it is from yesterday. Well, technically yesterday from the start of the stream. Okay. Well, unfortunately, stats are broken, which makes me sad. But Hall of Fame is here, which is nice. And let's jump into another one. I actually do enjoy this. Just having quote-unquote private lobbies that y'all can join. Nice, simple games for the community. Strategy light. That come one, come all. When today's actually tomorrow. I know, right? It's so confusing. Okay, this is fine too. Milky Eruptions sounds like your kind of team. Welcome to Super Auto Pets. You made the mistake of being up till 3 a.m. playing League of Legends with school friends this morning. I did the same thing. But instead of League of Legends, it was Inscription. So I will not be doing that tonight. Why can't he join a game? That I have no idea. Everyone else seems to be able to do so. Two more ants. And big ants for fish. Hopefully we get our composition or synergy started early. I'm gonna try to join a game on PC rather than mobile. It shouldn't really matter, other than maybe internet connection speed. Milky eruption sounds like your kind of thing. You and everyone else. Is this game like Inscription? Not even remotely related. Not even remotely related. Not at all. Big ants. And draw. Alright, so first off, we get a blowfish. We upgrade you. And we upgrade you. Do we try to do anything with swan? I think I'm going to try to hold swan for fish. And maybe try buffing blowfish. Could I explain this game then? This game is Super Auto Pets. It is of the same line as most of your other auto battlers. It is a... explain the game. This is think like your Dota Underlords, your Teamfight Tactics, your Hearthstone Battlegrounds. Here I am creating 5 units that are my own. And they will automatically combat against my opponents who have chosen their other units. Wow, those are some good, satisfying lineups for most of our opponents here. This is going to be a tough lobby. You guys are learning. There are units that have attack and defense values, but that's about the similarities end. Between Inscription and this game, yes. That is about where the similarities end. Hey, at least I'm not behind the curve this time. Death by Dirty Rat. With a huge abs. Azenzik. Rip. And the traitor comes. Okay, so here we go. Let's do this. So we will have a tier 4 next turn. So you build a team and the team auto battles? Yes. What a polite dirty rat. Yes. Yes, what a polite dirty rat indeed. Giving me the victory. I need to refresh my drink because I'm out of tea.
I have juice.
You sense that isn't all there is to the game, but hopefully you'll learn as you watch. So, yes and no. That is, in fact, all there is to the game. However, there's a lot of interactions. So it gets pretty complex pretty quickly. Like, for example, the swan at the start of every turn gives me +1 gold. So I start with 11 instead of 10. This otter, whenever we buy an otter, it gives a random ally a permanent +1/+1 to their stat line. This blowfish, for example, every time it takes damage, will deal 2 damage to an enemy. So it isn't as simple as build team they fight, but it is also as simple as build team they fight. Let's just do this. Okay, I guess we're doing this. I'll save you for Hippo. I think we want to upgrade a Hippo over anything else. And you for Hippo as well. Alright. I think you're just dumb. Your game wasn't updated on mobile. Oof, understandable. I've ever made tea with fresh squeezed fruit juice. I have. Not only that, my parents at my grandmother's house, actually we grow mint, or at least we have mint plants. So we won't just like use fresh fruit juice and locally sourced honey, and we'll actually have literal fresh off the plant mint leaves for tea. Does the elephant combo well with blowfish? It does indeed combo well with blowfish. Who's getting sold? It's blowfish. Get some scaling going. Boof you. Get you to tier 3 just in case we get access to a bison. Elephant also combos well with peacock and also combos well with camel, both of which have effects that are beneficial to you every time they take damage. They talk about games or tea. Opinion on cinnamon tea. I'm not that big a fan of cinnamon tea. I don't mind a little bit of cinnamon flavor mixed in. I have actually had some good some good mixed teas. For example, there was this place, tea shop nearby called Tivana. It was it no longer exists. They got bought out by Starbucks, I believe it was. But one of their major deals was all their teas were mixed together. You would never get just one basic tea. You would get like 3 different flavors in one, and one of the flavors would sometimes be cinnamon. That I am happy with. I'm okay with that. But just cinnamon tea straight, not my thing. We have worm now. You're literally going against the same 2 people the whole time. I've had that happen. I understand it's random opponents, and there's only 16 players, so it's not that impossible to go against the same 2 or 3 players all the time, but it does hurt, especially when that one player counters you. For this, we're not going with the food build because we're buffing Hippo. I bought an apple, which was a mistake. I will get this, and we go again. Super Hippo? Yes. You never find a way to use elephant? Well, elephants I've found 2 decent uses for it. One, it's just an inexpensive, early, high stat line. See, this is a 3-5 available at tier 2. And for comparison, this guy's going to be facing like stat lines of 2-2. So having, 8 total stats versus 4 total stats, it's just a big, thick unit. You put it in the back line, and it just wins. It just straight up will win you matches for free. Once you have that, you can then get a camel, and you can put a camel behind it. And the camel will not only buffer for the elephant, but it will actually buff the unit behind the camel. So you can do something like a peacock behind the camel, and all of a sudden you have this incredibly powerful combo duo that's gonna roll around and rinse people. I'm not going skunk this time, it would seem. I want hippo or ants I'm looking for, and it's not worth doing those until... It's not worth doing penguins until I have one of those 2. Okay, so I'm sitting over here, high and pretty. This player is terrifying. They've gotten themselves a nice early buff, but they don't have scaling to go with it, so Freaky's got to find synergy to work with, or he's going to have a really bad time soonish. The Gushing Tentacles. He's basically doing the same thing I am, except he's got spawners to go with it instead of a decent stat line. Caramel milk tea with boba is amazing. It is pretty good. I do enjoy that. Oof. Like, I'm just barely ahead with the hippo and steamrolling with that. Like, just like one stat, like one apple worth of stats above. Okay, so with this, we're gonna have to make Goose go away. I'm sorry, we're grabbing you. And then we skunk because we're going to keep that. So we do this, And this. Probably shouldn't have done that. We do this. And this will oh, do we? I just got rid of Goose. We've got an early dragon. This is the earliest possible time we can get dragon. I don't have good units to go with it. But this is actually a decision. This guy will scale. This guy will scale. Hippo's keeping me alive. I've got 13 lives. Let's do it. This is risky, and I'm not sure this is a good play. But we'll go. We got a gorilla last turn. Oh, the one player who didn't need help with the gorilla. Oh, well, that'll keep him in the game. You're way behind, but you've been badgering. I mean, that'll keep you alive. Pill ant, get dragon. I don't really want to pill ants because it's level 3. Or about to be level 3. And with the level 3, it'll actually get us some higher tier units faster. Which means we will stay ahead of the curve instead of dipping below the curve for any amount of time. Which I prefer the idea of doing. So if I do this... This only buffs ants. So I do this, which buffs everyone. And say, look, there's our rooster. Not touching that with a 10-foot pole. No, we roll for units here. We don't need bison for this lineup. I do want to replace... well... It is what it is. There's ants and there's goose. So do we replace... bison with goose? Because bison does nothing if we don't have... Alright, I'm going to... lose this round. Do this. Am I actually gonna do this without... This is actually a tough decision. The double turkey. He's got the double turkey on the fly. Fast tracking 50-50 bison. That's the idea. Just knock everyone else out of the game. And you don't question it. And to do that, I can't do goose. Leopard would definitely take precedence over. The problem is, bison is not that good. When I could have leopard instead. I think that's... It hurts to do this. But that also means that I don't need an upgraded ants. But there's a dragon. And there's a gorilla. I think I'd rather do tiger over... First time catching up with the live stream. Well, welcome to the party. Tiger would work well with leopard. Gorilla is just a decent replacement for ant. What do your stats say? Oh yeah, I'll pill. Like, I've got lives. I don't have to immediately be super concerned. But that's 15-14 stats. Tiger, I don't think I could afford to bring up onto the fray. Gorilla, on the other hand, might be a replacement for ants. In fact, I think it would be a good replacement for ants. Mosquito leopard build to counter melon armors. Yeah, mosquito, level 3 mosquito is actually pretty good for that. This is rough. Okay. How much can I get away with here? So I don't have goose, so like I'm not going to scale terribly quickly. But if I don't do this now, then I'm wasting time. So at this point, I've dipped below consistency, and I'm going to have to rely on... I am going to have to rely on RNG fairly significantly to keep me alive. But it is doable. And in doing so, like, I didn't have to take this risk. Or maybe I did have to take the risk. I don't know. This is an... Oh... I may have had to take the risk to keep up with this. He's already got a level 2 monkey. He's already close to a 50-50 here. Especially with Dodo level 3. I may have had to do this risk and also get lucky in order to win this. But I definitely could have easily come in second place by not selling ant here. It's just... That's the risky play, yeah? Or rather, this is the risky play, yeah? Oh, well, oh, wow, you got some serious upgrades since last round. Ow. Okay. Anyone need a 1-up? No. God, not having goose with this is just so painful. This will give me a level 2 dragon. Why don't I have a hippo in front? That's a mistake. Well, this hurts. Good tried, boys. Alright, so down to 2 more lives available here. One. I really want me to have this tiger, which I don't need. Let's upgrade you. I love the leopard purring sound. It's very satisfying. Yeah, the goose is just so important for this. Like, I needed to have leopard or probably the gorilla replaced with goose. Like, I just don't have the scaling I need for this. Alright, who's left? Down to the last few. Yeah, this one was big, strong. Echo actually lost around here. Somehow. Which is scary. Honey badger, though, I mean, is good. So strong. That wasn't even close. Well, I got a little too risky, I think. Gambled a little too hard. We are too far invested too heavily into our economy, as it were. I do not see me surviving this. Here we go, once more into the fray. Like, look how close we are to surviving everything. So close, so far away. So very far away. We're actually not that far away. We're like just barely under the curve. Just barely. And we scale so quickly, though. Alas. Ooh. Oh, and he had the double. I would have been fine if he didn't have the double. We still win, but that was... Look, when I say the curve, we have 1 HP on our unit. That is how close it is, but we are behind. And now I don't have any buffer at all. Imagine if we got melon armor even once. This is useful. Okay. As in real life, buses annihilate all in their path. Yes. Yes, they do. Honestly, if it wasn't for the gorilla having the coconut shield that made us immune to the badger, we would have just insta-lost. Oh, well, this is it. This is the end. Too many 50-50s. That's max everywhere. I knew that was happening. It was just a matter of time before encountering them. And that's how that goes. Let's do this. Echo Steamrolled. Oh yeah, no, he's won that lobby. That's so much scaling. And he got it so early. He got it earlier than I did. Before I transitioned to the dragon. He had synergies and stats to go with. The badger was the closest thing, I think. Right, have a good one, Ace. Good luck out there. Got God's Ear rolls. Oh, yeah, that's a good way to put it. It was quite the sight to see. We got one more slot. Badger guy might have a chance. Yes and no. The problem is at that point, Badger guy just can't kill. He's got too many 50-50s. Like, that was three units. It's just there's no fighting that. He's got too much stats. It's like playing StarCraft and like, oh, you know, Ultras beat Zealots, but when you have one Ultra and the guy's got 50 Zealots, it doesn't work that way. It's like one of these things is not like the other. Even Badger Guy can't draw that. Yeah, no, that's the kind of run that will actually take you into arena. That's like above average by far. Big oof. You got best name. Oh boy. Yeah. What do we got here? Big pig. The Badger Guy is just lost. Yep. You meant the one that triple nuked everything? Yeah. I've never actually seen a triple nuke play, mostly because I think the triple nuke nukes yourself too much. But you know, it is the nuclear option for a reason. But when you have more than 3 units that can solo the opponent, it doesn't really matter. You got forts yesterday. You got forts a few days ago, and you're loving it. Does rank actually mean much? Because you're already rank 130. It doesn't really. There isn't a... Forts has a decently large active player base, but they don't play ranked. So rank really doesn't mean much other than just playing with the top of the community, basically. It's more bragging rights or to make fun of for the other players. Actually, I think I just want Dodo here more than any of these other options. There we go. What's Dodo do? Dodo gives 50% of its attack to the ally, to the friend in front of it. So this ant will gain +1 attack. When it comes to forts ranks, the ranks are kind of unofficial because the ranking system for forts came out so late that everyone had already had such a large skill gap between the top tier players and everyone else that when ranked came out, it was just either you were the top tier player or you weren't, and there was no real in between. So when the actual forts ranked ladder started to become more popular, you have some of the actually good players that jump on ranked, and it's like the top 20 are the actually good players. Everyone outside of that just kind of will play ranked and will be given a rank up to top 20. And then congratulations, but the players who are just getting into it, yeah, they'll get like a rank, like, oh, like rank 104, it's congratulations. You're 1,000 hours of skill behind the one player in front of you. was actually kind of a problem. They had to reset the ranked system a few times because there was just too high of a skill gap. The MMR rating would literally get to a point where you couldn't match with the players in front of you due to there being too much of a skill gap. Or MMR gap. Free trial of 2022. Never. Alright, Megadode it is. Kinda tempted to pick this up because I don't have much else to go with it. Oh, Gigadode, I guess. What did you miss? Viewer games. Lots and lots of viewer games. Let us go. Why is the snail sparkling? It has an active ability that occurs when I purchase it. And that ability is give all of my units plus 2/2. Or 2/1, I think. Ah, the honey badger. Alright, so I do need an upgraded goose. Let's put badger on the fields. Oh, just hang on to this. You normally like to build late game decks in Arena, and now where you're in a mode where only late game works, you get early game. I mean, to be fair, early-ish game does kind of work, because you can literally knock people out. If you go strong early game, you can just straight knock people out. The problem is, it's just kind of not a good strategy overall. You just won a battle, and now it says player with participation ID has no battle. I have no idea. I've never heard of that one. Is Forts a popular game right now? Not in the grand scheme of games, but it does have a dedicated community, and it is active. More importantly to me, Forts is both fun and a good spectator sport, so players or people very much so enjoy watching the game, which is kind of important. I don't put it Dodo second because I messed up. That's why I've made a mistake. And you go here just to have it. And I'm actually going to do this. And then this. The question is, do I replace Goose? Or do I replace Badger? May have lost every match this game. Oof. Well, you still got one life left. Oh, you're going with a spawn build, but you aren't feeding the dog. That's the mistake. You gotta feed the dog. This level 1 here, this mosquito, you gotta sell it off every time and just buy literally the entire thing. What does the honey do on the badger? The honey is a held item. Held items give either different abilities, usually different abilities, perhaps bonus stat. In this case, honey, on the death of the creature that is holding the item, The honey causes it to respawn as a 1/1, or rather, it causes a 1/1 bee to respawn in its place. A bee is just a 1/1 creature with no abilities. So basically, the badger can attack another creature, and if they both trade, the bee will simply respawn there, and I will have one unit alive, and the opponent will not because the badger killed everything. Notice how this badger respawns a bee. Didn't know you could feed dog with buys. Yeah, that is the entire purpose of dog. Alright, decisions have to be made. Do I sell goose or do I sell badger? I think I sell badger. This badger doesn't scale particularly well. And I don't have anything to make it scale. Also, upgrade goose. Nice. Okay. I'm okay with this. Can you play versus mode to try to get on? I haven't been playing versus mode. And these are all... Every match we've done, except for the first starter match, has been versus mode in public and private lobbies. So all these players here are in chat. We can banter back and forth, critique each other, and laugh at each other when someone makes a mistake. Like when I get RNG'd out of the game, and then the irony happens and I'm given 3... level 6s that synergize perfectly well together, 3 tier 6s that synergize perfectly well together, one round before I'm exterminated. Throws banter at Incursus. How dare you! Badger is a terrifying experience for all those involved. I've been given so many giraffes, and I just don't want it to have any part of it. Excellent, yes. Leopard is here. Leopard is a good replacement for Ant at this point. Is it? Is it though? Let me get down to... Ooh, here we go. We scale now. You go in front. Yeah, we'll start this. We'll do this now. Get me a level 50 leopard. Alright, you have a good one, Ethan. Good luck out there. Surprised the badger isn't a nigh immortal anger ball that is in real life. In this game, the badger is more about taking everything down with it. It doesn't matter how big the creature is it attacks, the badger is going to eliminate it. And everything else behind it. And around it. Badger just does not care. At all. If you clean a vacuum cleaner, aren't you the vacuum cleaner? Hey! Hey there, Smith. Welcome. Or Nicholas. I should put the dodo in front. Urgh. Boost the dodo first. Be decent about this. Deer, no. Swan? I'll save that. This is more important. There we go. Okay. For the person asking about Fort's ranked, top 10 generally signifies a good player. Top 20 is easy, especially if you have a lot of games. Yes. I remember when I did Fort's, because when Fort's ranked first released, I was super into it. And it got to a point where it was the top 10 players just feeding MMR between each other. And anyone who got within range, within 150 MMR points, would suddenly match with one of the top 10 players and inevitably lose every time because there is a huge difference between a top 10 player and everyone else by a unfathomable difference. We're talking like 1v4 kind of difference. So that one player would slowly climb up the ranks, make it to, top 100 and then top 50, and then they hit that 150 MMR difference between the actually like really good Forts players, and they would just get curb stomped. And what that would end up happening is the top 10 players would absorb the MMR rating, the ELO, from anyone that got within their range. And what it ended up doing is creating a gap between the top 10 and everyone else in the world, where no one could catch up to the top 10 in ELO because there was not enough ELO in the bottom 99th percentile to sum up to the top 10 players. It was wild. I am excited to being able to swap out Dodo for Leopard. If I lose one, next time I lose, I'll probably swap out Dodo for Leopard in front. Imagine running Badger into Croc, it's rough. Only if the Badger dies to Croc, which you generally don't. It generally doesn't always happen because you generally want to buff the Badger to a point where it actually does damage and has enough HP to tank things. Difference between rank 10 and rank 20 is huge. It's honestly grown over the last few months. Where before a top 20 player to everyone else, where before it was top 20 to everyone else. By the way, the gap is 250 MMR where you cannot play anymore. Yes. Oh yeah, no, I know. This was early MMR changes where it got it's been reset. It's been drastically changed. At least that means the ELO system worked correctly. No, oh no, it did absolutely work correctly. It is what it is. It did the job of protecting everyone from the top 10 players. What does Leopard do? Leopard, at the start of the... I'll read it off in a second. Oh, at level 2. Oh, and it's a tiger, which I'm not going to use, actually. Let's do this. This is an absolute yes. Melon armor. This is what I needed. Okay. So it's Leopard. Start of the battle, deal 50% attack damage to 2 random enemies. So we're going to be dealing 9 attack damage to 2 random enemies at the start of the battle. Which means if I were to buff him with something like, say, the Dodo, which at the start of the battle give 100% of Dodo's attack to friend ahead. So if I were to do this, then we would add plus 34 attack to the Leopard, which would then sum with the 19, bringing it up to, 50. And this would then deal 25 damage to 2 random enemies, which is disgusting. But I want to get Dodo up to 50-50 first. That way we can actually have a 50-50 and just hard smash people down with blunt force trauma. You have any luck with Shark? You get it so late you can't really swap it in if you like the effect. Oh yeah, no, Shark is a great one-off. Just if you don't have anything better, especially behind a spawner deck, it's a great holdover until you actually get something better. And there are cases where you can actually let's say in the cases where I have those turkeys, I could merge the turkeys, put a shark behind it. That's perfect. Like, nothing wrong with that at all. It just happens to be that I got like 16 turkeys, so this is actually an instance where I want to do this, isn't it? It isn't, because we're already beyond that threshold. So instead, I want to buff monkey. Instead, I want to buff leopard. How much longer until this should be the last one, right? Yeah, okay, so next round, we're on 50-50 here. 50 is the cap? Yes, 50 is the stat cap. Wouldn't the penguin just stack stats on the dodo fast enough that it being in second wouldn't be terrible? It would not be terrible. However, if I have my stats at 50-50 and somebody has it at, say, 49-49, mine will hit theirs, completely finish theirs off, leaving me with 1 HP and the ability to hit the next target behind it also for 50-50. You see what just happened here, where my dodo was able to hit 2 or 3 targets before going down, because I had enough HP to survive that. So because my penguin gives +3 to all upper tier or upper leveled units, namely all of mine, I don't need it to be in front anymore. So now I can put you here, and I will work on upgrading leopard. I can put this guy to level 3. I don't need it because it increases the ability, but we're already going to hit max stat cap regardless, so who cares? Melon, however, is amazing in this instance. And we're good. So if you observe what happens here when this starts. Actually, how many players are left? There shouldn't be that many. Oh, it's actually a fair few. That's fairly even. No one's in a runaway victory, but I just got a stupidly massive power spike because I suddenly have a unit that's at max stats. I got at from max stats and giving max stats to a second unit. You only have 4 units. Oh, gone. Come on. There you go. Yeah. So I basically have 2 max stat units now just because I have a dodo feeding off this one. Oh, here. So now I deal 50% attack damage to 3 random enemies, which is kind of disgusting. You get so many mammoth and buffalo, you never run them. Mammoth and buffalo. Mammoth and buffalo are quite good. Especially buffalo. I'm actually getting melon shields this time, which is nice. We've almost got a second 50-50 here. You just start trading out penguin? Yeah, I should probably start freezing tigers. But the reality is this game will end before. Because the next one I do is I put goose in front and start maxing that to 50. And then once that's maxed to 50, I put monkey in front, max that to 50. But at that point, once really goose goes in front, I need to start worrying about getting rid of penguin because it's just inefficient at that point. And you know who we replace it with? With a tiger, because tiger gives extra cast to leopard, and as is, leopard's already soloing everyone. Like, literally just soloed the entire wave there. So really, I'm just looking for tiger here and nothing else. And nothing else. Chocolate is a tiger if I find one. There's a tiger. How many rounds are left? A couple more. Okay. This will max you out at 50-50. a second tiger, second, and a third tiger. Congratulations, boys. We are become everything. How does one choose between the different survival options? Mushroom, garlic, melon. The different items they have different effects, obviously, and it depends on what role I want them to play. Most of the time, just having an item is better than not having an item. Alright, so let's go for the throat. Yeah, I outscaled every player here. Let's just go for the throat with this. I'm going to sell you off. Tiger. 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 Get another tiger out of it. Put melon on you to keep you alive so you don't get sniped. And tiger. Put you here. You here. And that's it. Chocolate is a tiger in disguise. Exactly. So now we have almost 3 50/50s. Max stats. And a tiger, which is going to nuke. Like, watch what happens to this poor guy's wave. Bye. In terms of what each item does, the melon shield, the melon armor, that I have on most of these, reduces the damage taken by 20 for the first hit. So the first hit will be reduced by 20. The other ones I had on here, like the meat, for example, is another common one, increases the first damage done by 20. So it really depends on what I want to do. Literally just another tiger is the only thing I'm interested in here. Steak is kind of nice. But, oh look, it's another tiger. So we have effectively 2 leopards here, each dealing... So we deal 50 damage, or we deal 25 damage 6 times at this point. Which is, to be clear, enough to wipe out an entire... Where is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ridiculous is what this is. You do not beat this unless you are the toppest tier of RNG. That's some artillery. It's ridiculous. And Ense here, who has been doing very well so far, only has 3 50/50s, which is insufficient to survive what's about to happen to them. At least they have garlic armor, which will save them somewhat, but yikes. What does Tiger do? Copy what's in front of it? Not technically. So mechanically what Tiger does is every time the unit in front of Tiger casts an ability, the Tiger repeats that ability. So let's say the leopard at the start of the battle will deal 50% attack damage to 3 random units. The Tiger causes the leopard to cast that ability a second time. In this case, meaning that the leopard will attack 3 different enemies for 25 damage, and then attack 3 different enemies for 25 damage. There's nothing here I can pick up that I want. Level 3 dodo. Congrats. You give 6/6, make you 50/50, top you off as well. There's nothing here that I could want. That's it. So we're up to 3 50/50s and death. Killing a team full of 50/50s before the battle even starts. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. I appreciate the attempt at putting melon armor and actual defenses on his wave, but that you can't. This is unreasonable. Very, very well played. That's how that goes. Welcome to Super Auto Pets, where I have an extremely high... We have more than a 50% win rate. Straight up, more than a 50% victory royale win rate in this game of total RNG. Welcome to Super Auto Pets, the game of skill. Genuinely quite an enjoyable game. Alright, so I need to work on my sleep schedule a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you guys off the junkyard. Hopefully I'll be joining in for Among Us maybe in the next couple of weeks. That's going to be fun. Probably after I get the whole... we'll see on the scheduling of that. It's unscheduled at this point. For those who are looking to join from YouTube, because I'm going to be hanging out there because I need food. I've got a salad waiting for me and it's going to be delicious. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go eat my... Why are they talking about hentai? What is it with these guys and hentai? It's because Chilled is here, isn't it? Oh my god. Okay, well... This is the life now. Where's my raid scene here? Yep, that's what we're looking into here, guys. So, for those on YouTube, you can use the raid command to get the link, and then we will try to get some support over there. I'll be hanging out in chat and having food mostly while it's happening. A nice salad with my name on it. Doesn't actually have my name on it because I bought it, and I have an apartment with my own refrigerator. I don't have to put my name on things, but that is the plan. And then I will go get some sleep and prepare for tomorrow, where I'll be doing some vector images and all those goodies. But for now, let's see how things go here. I'm curious to see how he's going to react. I enjoy this part of the stream where we get to spread some love and enjoy some social interaction. On the bottom of the measuring cup, I mean, that's fair. It says PP cup. I can't even. I can't. Welcome to the party. Alright, let's hit that raid button and jump right into this.
Valentine, I mean, that's...
Dang it! Snowman or rusty trombone? What do you pick? I like both. I mean, I don't like both, but both could be good as a queen.
I think I'm with
Surprise.
you on that, Cara. Like, it's a sex thing.
What is
Project!
It 100% is a sex
Project!
thing. Rusty trombone is 100% a sex thing.
Incursus!
Hey, he got it.
Without a doubt.
Raid Walker Raider!
It's like the 4th time, and he's finally got it right.
'Cause I know what it is. It's a sex thing.
Well,
Why are they like
Right,
this?
so named. Thank you, Project.
I don't know
Amazing.
firsthand.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'm on the rusty trumpet.
Welcome. Welcome,
Ah,
Project.
jeez.
Preference-wise, though,
Welcome,
yes.
everybody.
Junk, how you feeling?
I'm eating salt and vinegar chips.
Ooh, is that the one that...
Alright, guys, it has been
No,
a
these are
great
already
live stream. But for now, have a good one, everyone. And I'll see you guys later.
Rusty trombone.